Welcome to Keegan and Carlos's Scary Movie Podcast.
Each week, we watch and review scary movies from our giant list of films we've curated.
Each film more terrible than the last.
We watch them so you don't have to,
Or so that we can recommend it to you.
or so you can listen if you've seen them before.
Or so that I don't know, I just want to watch some scary movies.
And scary movies are great. You guys should listen to them.
Carlos, let's watch some
Again,
scary movies.
let's go watch some scary movies.
Let's
go! It's like Always Sunny where they start.
I see it recording.
It's good.
I see it recording.
Change it back to wide.
Oh yeah, that's true. Wait. This is. Oh, yeah,
Hey, yo, Carlos. What's
This is what happens when we're left on our own with no producer here. I'm figuring out. There we go.
Hey!
Yeah.
Hey! It's gonna be like Always Sunny where they start it and
I
they're
got
like,
the button.
"Oh, now you join us."
All right, I'm gonna mute this mic and join you.
Great.
Sweet.
So what were we talking about? Slave Leia. What started that?
I don't know. We're
was
talking. No,
Slay-
it's slay. Instead of
Oh,
it's like how does
Leia-
Leia slay?
She's Leia.
She's Slaya.
Get closer on that mic, man.
Get closer.
We did a mic check.
All right, I'm right
You're
here.
a theater
We did a
person. You
mic
know how to do
check.
this.
I'm too tall. Okay.
Come on.
Okay.
What
there
about-
I
You
am.
are very tall.
I know.
How tall are you?
I'm 6'3".
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
I'm
that's 3 inches too
insanely tall. I'm insanely tall. It's like scary. Here, what if I'm just like this the
Oh,
whole podcast?
now you've like done things.
now I've
That means
done
people who are listening need to go to the YouTube.
Go to the YouTubes and
Yeah.
check out Patrick's crotch.
Yeah. It's we got the crotch cam here.
Crotch
tonight.
cam.
Crotch cam.
Slay crotch, slotch.
Slotch.
Check out my slotch.
Check out my slotch.
What about
Oh my
check
god,
that out.
this is adorable.
Check out my
right?
butt.
I think I've seen the photo of this, but I haven't seen this up front.
In real
This is-
life.
This is actually really good quality.
Right?
It's really good quality.
Like I say every time, look at the tattoos.
the
That's how good
tattoos were
quality
there.
is.
Yo, wait, hold on. What,
They
they even
got-
got the under. Oh my
Yeah,
god!
They got
Underside.
every tattoo.
Yeah. Look at Carlos's tattoos. It's on his butt.
Like I would put that in like a little like glass
You can-
case.
You can see the outline of Carlos's tattoo on his butt. Let's
Yeah.
switch to camera.
Let's see, yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Dang.
Yeah.
Dang.
The whole process of getting that was super cool.
I'm just gonna stay here for a moment.
It's okay.
I like
Yeah,
this because Aaron has something to look forward to when he watches the episode.
Yeah.
he actually watches. He watches with his wife afterwards.
true.
Oh, that's
Candace.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's
I'm just excited that we'll have like an Always Sunny moment where like someone shows them late. We're like,
Hey, there
we
he
said
is.
4 o'clock. Blah 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 blah.
Okay,
So
but in his defense, him and I were up there working at Lakeside from 11 o'clock until, and we were moving.
Because it's just set building. It's not tech.
Well, so they had a all call for their board of directors to come up to help. There's just been, we've done construction after construction after construction, and without anybody up there to actually help move stuff from show to show and put it back into storage.
Yeah.
So like the backstage space has just been getting crazy. So he was moving and working on a lot of stuff today. So he was like, I'm gonna go home before we start recording. So he's gonna go home, shower. But we can't start the movie without him because
we're not going to start the movie, but we can start the episode.
He has
Oh,
the
yeah.
Blu-ray for the movie we're watching.
Oh, does he have the
Yeah,
actual
so
movie?
I'm like, I don't mind. I told him, like, I'll just buy it. It's $6 to rent. And he's like, no, I'm gonna get the movie.
I'll bring my double VHS
I've got
set of
my-
it.
I'm sorry. Wait.
Blu-ray.
You're telling me I have to be succumb to standard definition today?
It's a Blu-ray. It's HD.
Okay.
It's
Do
HD.
you even know what Blu-ray means?
Although
It means. No, I really don't know what it means.
Slay.
Please tell me. Slay.
Slay Ray.
Slay
I
Ray.
hate it.
Slay Ray.
I hate it.
Jar Jar Binks? Slar Binks?
Slarbing.
Yeah, they had this whole thing going before the episode started, where stuff starts with SL.
What was
No,
our favorite?
it's
What was our
Slay.
favorite? Yoda.
Sloda.
Sloda.
Yoda
Slang,
slays,
yeah,
he's
Yoda.
Sloda.
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 Slarf Vader.
Slarf
I don't know. I
Vader.
was over here trying to do tech, and I just hear Sloda, and I'm, what the hell is going on?
No, what about
over
Darth
here?
Slawl?
Darth
Maul.
Slawl.
Darth
Darth
Slawl.
Slawl.
Darth
Slarf
Slawl.
Slawl.
Slarf Flall.
Slarf Slawl.
Hey, welcome to another episode of
Keegan and Carlos's Horror Movie Podcast. Fucked it up a little bit
You
there.
I
almost
did it.
didn't know the title. You know what? You're one of the first guests that have just actually sung with us.
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay. I try.
Didn't
we appreciate
Christy
that.
sing along with
Oh, wait,
us?
they both did because
Yeah.
they came prepared. They did homework and actually watched.
It's actually funny. I watched like 2 episodes, and I was like, I have to get this part right.
because we call everyone out. So we are proud of you.
Yep.
Who are you, by the way?
Hi, I'm Patrick Britton. I am an actor.
We
Actor.
just got
Actor.
done acting together on the Pocket stage.
Yeah, Mixeth. It was a great
Mixeth.
time. There's
Song
a funny
of
story
Fire
about.
and Pancakes.
Yeah,
That what it was?
there's actually a funny story I can tell about you and me on the last night.
Oh my god.
So
Yes.
what ends up happening is there's this thing at so I have worked extensively with Pocket. This was your first Pocket show, and Pocket shows at the last night, whether it's a late night, a main stage, or like a one-off. You always do shenanigans.
You go
which
wild.
You
It's
just go
allowed.
wild.
Usually,
You don't
it's
like.
not allowed in theater, but
you-
at this particular theater, hell
And
yeah.
you know
let's
we
go.
don't go overboard. It's
Yeah.
not we don't destroy the show, but like we do
This
something.
guy comes backstage. Should I do this bit? Is it funny? Is this funny if I do
Oh,
this
I think
bit?
you
And I'm
told
like,
me this.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm like,
No, but I was
fun-
like,
it'll be funny,
polling
yeah.
the room for this bit because I didn't know, like, okay,
like,
maybe
yeah.
maybe this is too much. But
No,
we'll see. But no, it was a
wasn't
late
too much.
night.
Turns out it was too much.
It was too much. The funny thing though was Kim, who played our Lady Macbeth in
Yeah.
the show, who is also a partial owner of the theater. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
you know what? She'll give me the go ahead. All right. Like
Yeah.
if she says yes, I'll do it. If she says no, I probably shouldn't do it. But she says. I don't hate it. So, of course, I'm
Like,
like,
sure,
sure, I'm going to do
let's
it.
go do this.
So what I play this inspector character, and I'm like doing like this whole so I'm doing this whole like, thing where I'm walking around and I'm questioning everybody, and I have this pipe in my hands, and the Jake Shanahan,
Yeah,
lovely man,
Shenanigans.
Shenanigans
Jake
played our
Shenanigans.
Mixeth, and this man does not break.
No.
And I said
And
gonna.
Joel doesn't either.
Joel does not break either.
Joel does not break.
And I decided I'm going to break Jake. So I
Yeah.
put my pipe in my fly of my pants.
Yep.
And it was sticking out, and
I couldn't even see what was happening.
But no, Jake crumpled like immediately, and it was like, "This is great." Then I turn to you and I see
And
you,
I'm just doing
and
this.
you're crying.
Well,
And
no. What caused me to cry? You start doing it. Jake breaks. I start laughing, but I'm like hiding it pretty well. And then I look over and I see Joel breaking.
Yeah.
Just like
And
breaking
then it's
down
over.
laughing. And I'm like, if Joel's
it's,
laughing, I'm laughing.
I think it.
I don't
You know,
care.
what, I think I could have held it together, but the problem was I saw you. I saw everybody breaking on stage, and the audience. It's like the audience like is supposed to laugh, but like
Yeah.
that was a break laugh from the audience. Like that was
but
not
that's as an audience member, those are the
it's great.
I'm
It was
the Jimmy
great.
Fallon. Like, if anything happens
yeah.
on that stage at any show ever, I will stop and I will just laugh my butt off.
Freaking Jimmy Fallon in the Disney World bit where he's
Yeah.
Oh my
that's
gosh.
me. I wouldn't
The
have been able
Debbie
to hold it
Downer.
together.
That's amazing though.
It was that was a lot of fun.
It was such a fun show to do. And I
And
missed
you
it.
lost it, and I just needed somebody to say the next line. I'm like, if I can get out a line, I will be fine, and I can hold it together. But nobody was talking. And I was like, somebody.
Well,
say
the funny thing was,
something.
I was slowly getting through my bits, and I came to you, and I'm like, "Is that true, Baco?" And you're just like, "Yeah, it's true."
Sure.
Oh my god,
That's funny.
It's good times.
Well, let's go a little out of order because I know usually we do a special camera and do a whole thing for the trivia. We're gonna
Let's
go.
see if Aaron will get here.
Yeah,
we
I'll
can do
give him some
trivia.
time.
Yeah.
I want to
Oh,
go
wait,
to the
hold
drink.
on. I got a text. Let's see.
Is it from him?
Nope.
It's from. Oh God. We'll leave that. We'll leave well enough alone.
We'll talk about it off the air. It's a friend.
It's a friend. It's an acquaintance.
Stop.
Let's go to the. We'll skip back to trivia, but the movie that we're seeing today is another Stephen King. It is Needful Things,
And I just finished the book.
and I have not read the book.
2 days
and
ago.
Have you read the book?
So I'm a big Stephen King fan. Needful Things is actually one of the things I know just the basic premise of. I've never
so
seen the
this will
movie,
be
never
cool.
read the
You and
book.
I will be kind of going in the blindest.
Yeah,
And
it'll
from
be
what
fun.
it sounds like, I am gonna be very disappointed.
It's every now and then we do a movie and I read the notes like to get ready for the trivia, and I will say I'm like, I don't know that I'm going to enjoy this one.
Yeah.
This is one after reading the notes. I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to enjoy this one.
Yeah.
But we're going to have fun doing it.
Man,
gonna be fun.
the book, and it's just like regular Stephen King stuff. It's a little slow at the beginning. We talked about Christine in our Christine episode. It's a little slow at the beginning, but when the book picks up, it goes wild.
You see, but that's
Like this book is effing wild.
Yeah, and that's like one of the things I do love about Stephen King though is like a lot of people complain it's like it's too slow. You don't get. I'm like I want to stay with the characters for a bit
Yeah.
before they're put in peril.
And like it's literally about like a town going crazy, so you have to introduce the town. So that's why it takes so long for this book.
Exactly.
He introduces the entire town.
Well, so
Stephen King also did the audiobook for this that I listened to, and I was not a fan of his voice at the beginning, but at the end I was like, okay, I'm digging this. I like this. I like
Nice.
this guy.
Yeah.
He's got a fun voice. But his evangelical Southern preacher voice, if you know anything about Stephen King, he has a very, very harsh Maine accent. So when he started doing that voice, I was like, this is just terrible.
This is awful.
This is not a good Southern preacher voice.
I forgot to ask, have you gotten to Salem's Lot yet?
That was the second Stephen King book I read.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
good.
I love
No,
it.
because we did talk about this. Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
I love
that is
Salem's Lot.
by far one of my favorites.
All right.
So with Needful Things, we have a beverage called,
smell
since
it.
since it's set in Maine, this drink is called Remember the Maine. It is, I don't know that you're going to like this one, just to let you know.
I've smelled it.
It's rye whiskey, sweet vermouth, cherry liqueur, and then what you're not going to like, absinthe.
Yeah, it's the absinthe, the vermouth, and the cherry.
It's good
liqueur, I
vermouth,
think,
though.
is gonna be.
So clink it
Clink it, clink it.
and
go.
sink it.
Oh boy.
Ooh,
I
like that
actually
a lot.
really like that.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan.
I actually really like
It's
it. Yeah,
got
sorry,
that,
there's some
like-
dog hair on the cups.
I saw it. I think it's on the outside though.
It's on the outside. Hopefully
It
it's
adds
just the
some
outside.
flavour
Just-
to it. A little
I like it a
flavour.
lot.
the dog hair.
Yeah. No, this is. I'm always a big fan of. Actually,
We haven't
I'm
used
actually
these.
a fan of
I don't
absinthe.
think. I think this is the first. No. We
No,
used
we've
them for
used
the
these
coffee,
before.
But it's just been a while, so they got a little dusty. Sorry, they've been upside down though, so that means
It's okay. We'll rinse them off before the second one
Yeah.
because there's another one.
I have
Absinthe is-
dogs. This is a problem.
Welcome to a house of dogs.
short-haired dogs.
A dog of
is-
houses.
No,
Um,
I'm digging this. I'm digging this, Carlos. Like,
Good.
I'm not an absinthe.
I'm not in yaps
Not an
but
absinthe
let me
person.
tell
Not
you
absinthe.
about this drink there.
It's that black licorice flavor.
I know you're
to
not a
it.
fan.
It's
But
when
I
you
like
get
it.
when you get like a hint of it, it's not too bad though.
Here's the
But
thing.
I can really smell
You
it.
can
but
really-
the taste
yeah.
What
is-
I've learned from Brian Christensen, who's a good dear friend of ours, is especially with vermouth, you have to buy good vermouth.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That makes all because remember we did
Brian
Satanic
is-
Panic.
In 2 episodes, Brian will be our director then.
Cool.
Because he's filling in for Aaron.
Yep.
So he'll be on some episodes.
We did I think it was Satanic Panic, and we made Satan's Whiskers, I believe was the
Yes.
beverage.
Oh, I
and
did
we
not like that one, right?
the first time we hated it.
Yeah.
And then we did a movie with Brian that he introduced us to, and I can't remember what it's called. That we liked the movie. It was so corny.
The Satan's Little Helper.
Satan's Little Helper.
Ah.
Yes. Oh my God. And we remade Satan's Whiskers, and he's like, "No, you need good vermouth." And we used good
it made
vermouth.
It good.
It was
made
great.
really
It makes all the difference.
No, I've never been a fan of vermouth, and none of my friends have. There's this one friend I have. He has a.
You have to
gym.
buy good vermouth.
Yeah, no, but there's like this guy. He's like.
By the way,
I
this
want
is
my-
a sipper. So
I want my martini with like a whisper of vermouth, and he would like make the bartenders. It was the most
horn.
cringiest thing. He'd make the bartenders go over the glass and go vermouth. I'm like,
That's
bro,
weird.
I'm like, why do you do that? vermouth.
So the plot for Needful Things is a mysterious new shop opens in a small town which always seems to stock the deepest desires of each shopper with a price far heavier than expected.
Ooh.
That's.
That's the plot of the movie.
I mean,
That's the plot of the movie.
so the plot of the book is with the price is you just got to play a little prank.
That's in the movie.
Okay, I was like far heavier. Like the pranks aren't. Well, I don't want to spoil too much. or
Don't
anything,
spoil.
but
I mean,
yeah.
it is prank still. I read that
Okay.
much.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that is the IMDb official plot.
So it's like a monkey's paw.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Where like you get the wish, but something bad happens.
Yeah,
With the wish.
all
or Wishmaster.
As
As you wish.
Yeah. While we're waiting for Aaron,
I think that's him. though.
yeah, I hear the dogs
barking.
barking, so he's
I'm
probably
thinking
walking
he's
in.
here.
So, 2 questions for you. Number 1, what is your favorite cereal?
Yeah. Here
Ooh.
we go.
And it can be current, or it can be as a child.
If he says it, I'm gonna slap him.
I know.
I'm very scared now. So
Maybe put your
my,
drink down before you get punched.
Yeah. Let me prepare real quickly.
I won't. I'll stage slap you if
yeah.
you say the bad one.
Okay, good. So my favorite, I'm really scared now, of all time would
Oh, boy.
probably be Honey Smacks.
That's a good one.
Is that a
answer.
good one? Is that a good one?
answer.
Good,
Good
good.
Wait,
That's-
Honey
that's
Nut
like
Smacks?
our favorite.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? The only reason I discovered Honey Smacks is because remember when Revenge of the Sith came out?
No.
And they, oh yeah, you probably don't. It's a very indie movie, but they
Actually,
were.
It's an indie movie. It is technically.
It is technically an indie
Hey, our
film.
producer's here.
Hey! But
We're recording.
they had these
started.
they had these like little
It's
like
a long
ready-
movie, so
we're
we were
almost
like, we
ready
need to
for
start.
trivia.
We've already done drinks, so you can dive on in.
But no, this little like tie-in they did with some cereals was they had like the lightsaber spoons that would like light up.
No, I remember
yeah,
those.
they would like light up,
I'm
and
excited.
the honey smacks was one of the only ones at the Walmart with it. And I told my mom, I'm like, I want this so bad, and she's like, if you don't eat it, I swear to God, Patrick. And so I like was like, even if I hate it, I got to get through the box. But I actually ended up loving Honey Smacks.
Wait, hold on, Aaron. I hit record, right? Okay, good. Yes.
Do y'all remember the straws? This isn't cereal related, but I remember them. There's like the straws that was like Tarzan, Simba.
Yes.
And as you would drink through it, it would make like the
would-
sounds. What happened to like all the cool things as kids?
The
bowls that you with the straw.
Yeah.
Dude. And you would just
the bowls with the straw.
Dude, I let my
You would
ice
sip on
cream
the
like I'd
milk?
let my ice cream melt in the bowls and then
Oh,
I'd drink
that's
it.
smart.
Yeah, that was it. That was it for me.
Oh, yeah,
Ice cream soup?
A little ice cream soup. Little soup.
Oh my gosh. Good
Good
times.
solid ice cream soup.
Oh man. But yeah, what's the second question you have for me?
Well, it wasn't really a question. It was introducing you to
Oh,
Greg.
yeah, so this is Greg the zombie.
Hi, Greg.
So there's a
So
couple
you
of things that are particular with Greg that you have to find. You started doing it earlier. That's why I was like, don't.
Don't please.
So now you can fondle him.
Okay. Jeez.
You
all right.
fondle him.
You can fondle.
Hold on. Can we get an intimacy coordinator in here?
Yeah, we always have an intimacy director in every movie from the
I think
80s,
that's our
especially.
ongoing joke on this podcast.
Yo,
is,
his brain comes out.
Yep. You're the first person that like went
Yeah, that
straight
was
for the brain.
Went,
Good job.
Went for the brain first.
Yeah.
So you got that.
He's got a big brain.
What else is there?
Hold on. Is there
Drax.
something in his mouth?
Is
Try
there?
it.
Yo, there's a heart.
But
And-
wait, there's
And-
more.
Jeez.
Let's see what he
Sorry
does
there.
with it.
Sorry there, Greg. I'm kind of just going in there.
What does he do with
Ooh.
it?
Oh, jeez.
What is it?
Yeah.
Some intestines.
Feel free to do whatever you want with it.
Yeah. Yeah, there he goes. There he
Everyone
goes.
always does.
That's
Always
it,
goes
that's
for
what
Filling
I
that.
in jokes like, oh, it's a scarf. That's it.
He doesn't have
all he's
anything in the
got.
butt. No, yeah, no.
I mean,
Oh, we
not
could
with
make
that
a butt
attitude.
pocket.
We could make a butt
What
pocket.
in the butt?
Make a butt pocket. for
What?
Greg.
What? In
I
the
love
butt.
that.
Drax.
Gross Drax.
Go away.
Speaking of going away, Drax.
Oh, he saw himself on the monitor over here and ran over to it.
Speaking of going away, Drax.
It's like, where'd the dog go?
Speaking of going away, Drax. We went out of order and waited for trivia because I was like, we'll wait for him.
Yeah,
'cause
we
he
got
can do
Aaron
that.
here for trivia.
Yeah, we need our producer for this for sure. So the rules of trivia are: there's two questions. There's two questions on each card. Two questions on each card.
Are you on the second question yet?
Nope.
Okay.
You just shout the answer out when you know it.
Okay.
Question 1. Kevin Bacon stars in what 1990 film about a group of people fighting for survival against giant worm-like monster?
Tremors.
I was about to say, just go for it. Yeah.
I was like, I didn't want to I wanted to let the question in. Okay.
No, cut me
just
off.
go for it. Got
Yeah.
you.
Question 2.
Okay.
What Rolling Stone ballad is sung by the demon Azrael as he possesses bodies in the Denzel Washington film Fallen?
You just watched this, didn't you?
Time is on my side.
Correct?
Yo.
Yeah.
Time is on my side.
Did you
Yes,
just watch
it
this,
is.
or we were talking?
No, we were just talking about
Okay.
it recently.
And now we have the ceremonial. So a lot of people would come over here and like mess with the cards. So we actually shred each card now.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. Oh wow.
Oh. Oh.
This is.
Did you break
Are
it?
you having a little
Wait.
trouble there?
Oh.
It happens to lots of guys.
God. Oh, you didn't cube it.
I brought her back up, but then she went back down. Wow, sloshy.
Yeah, I
mess of-
spilled a little bit.
Wow.
Hey guys, really happy to be on this podcast right now.
Well, on that note,
Yeah.
let's go watch this
Let's-
movie that's going to be really long.
Let's do
Let's
it.
watch some Needful Things.
Let's do it, right?
Castle Rock Entertainment and Stephen King invite you to visit Castle Rock, Maine, a quiet little town whose population has just increased by 1.
Do you believe in the devil, Father? I guess I have to. You can't have one without the other. What's he look like? What the hell does he look like?
May I take this opportunity to welcome you to Castle Rock on the good Lord's behalf?
Why not?
So where are you from?
Ohio. I've been in this business a long time, and I've learned the pleasure of offering my customers what they really need.
He came here to destroy us.
Oh, you wussy.
There have been 2 murders and an attempted suicide in this quiet little town, and Mr. Leland Garner's at the bottom of it.
You
are disgusting. I like that in a person.
Everybody that's got it coming is gonna get it now.
The young carpenter from Nazareth. I knew him well. Promising young man. But he died badly.
A famine here, a flood there, a little bloodlust, a broken heart. You can't win. I've got God on my side.
We're having fun now. How is it going? I killed my wife. Is that wrong? Hey, these things happen.
Well, I read the book, and that was a movie we watched.
You came, you read, you conquered?
You know what? I will say, starting off, I was very disappointed that I didn't get everything that I wanted out of it, but overall, I enjoyed it.
It was good.
I enjoyed it.
It was good. And as someone going in blind, never reading the book or seeing the movie or anything, I just know the basic concept. It was seeing it unfold was way more interesting because you just hear the concept and you're like, okay, like whatever. But a
simple concept.
Simple concept. But the thing that was new to me was seeing it's not focused on like, oh, it's these terrible things that they have to do. It's seeing the town slowly crumble around them. Like that's really cool.
Oh, and it's a lot where like the town literally crumbles around them in the book.
Well, yeah, something I was saying, like thinking to myself, and I wanted to save it for when we were like talking is
live on the air.
Yeah, on air, right? Is
live on the air.
Live on the air.
Liz, are you listening?
Sienna, are you listening?
We have to call everyone out at least once.
Live on the air. Sienna's always like, you are not live and neither on the air.
They can get over it.
Yep.
It's fine. It's fine. It's we're actors.
We love to have fun.
We love to have
we
fun.
Love to have
we
fun.
love to have fun here. But no, the more I was watching it, the more I'm thinking, I really think this should be redone today. And I really think they should say, okay, let's make it a miniseries.
Yeah,
let's not try and cram it in 2 hours.
Like an
let's
eight part.
Let's take our time.
Like 3 part. I feel like they could tell this story over like 4 or 5 hours, maybe. Because like
I want 4 episodes, each an hour and 20 minutes each.
Like the woman with the sunglasses. That alone could be its own episode.
Well, and because we kept thinking like, who is this?
I was like,
who is this
you don't
woman?
Get anything until like the end.
And then when they revealed who she was, like, oh yeah, that makes sense. She's wearing Elvis's sunglasses. Like she has sold these sunglasses where they're like,
but like
these are Elvis's sunglasses. If you wear them, you get to see the history of the king. And so every time she puts on those sunglasses, she's having sex with Elvis.
Oh my god.
Already found.
I feel like a white woman at a bar, like, oh hi, with my nice cosmopolitan that I'm spilling around.
So yeah, just
Sloshy
I don't know if
Susan.
you've seen this Needful
Sloshy
Things.
Susan.
The book is much better. The book is so much better.
I'll drink to that.
I'll drink.
I'll
drink to that.
I mean, you did spill.
I did.
Oh no, the popo.
I don't know. Can they hear that online?
The populence.
The populance.
On live on the air.
Wait, what do they
that?
say? The pupulent.
The poopulence.
The
You're poopulent. Oh, that was
the
what
poop. The pooper.
Popus.
I think what I would like, if you're okay with this, as you reveal your fun facts, I wouldn't mind piggybacking on, because you said a lot of the fun facts have to do with the book.
Most of the fun facts that IMDb had are just the differences, like in the book. This is actually what happened.
I can expand upon that a little bit.
Yeah.
As we go through it, but I will say, like overall,
I enjoyed it. I will say for me, it felt long.
Did it?
I'm also very tired.
Yeah.
I've been up since 6 a.m. and been dealing with middle schoolers for 5+ hours. So
is our next drink a coffee drink?
No. So for me, it did get slow at times, and I was like, I need to do something to stay awake.
Okay.
But I thought the moments that were really good were really good.
Yeah.
It was well paced. If I hadn't been up so long, I think it would have been fine. But for me right now, it felt long.
Well, yeah, I think because it was not. In my opinion, like, is this like a great movie? No, God,
not
no.
at all.
It is corny as hell.
Are there any?
But the entertainment value.
The entertainment value is great, and the more I watch it, the more I'm like, when it does something really good, I'm like, why?
Right.
Someone just
good,
redo. Do this again. Do this again, or I need to read
When
the
it's
book.
good, it was good.
When it
The
was
book
good, it was.
amplifies that.
But it was like
so
this
much.
a lot.
I know.
Yeah.
No, it was either if Max von Sydow wasn't on screen.
Cedo.
Sorry, Max von Sydow.
There you go.
If Max von Sydow wasn't on screen.
You said it that way when we were watching. I was like, have I been saying his name wrong? So I looked it up.
You looked it up?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, damn, am I going to sound like
He
an
was
idiot?
fantastic.
No, you sound like an idiot.
I mean,
No,
the
but
cast
he-
of characters was great.
He was fantastic. And of course,
He was, I kind of liked him more than the book. I like
Really?
seeing his performance and like those little quips and stuff. They kind of hint at that a little bit because the book isn't about him. The book is not about him at all. So like in the movie, he's moving around the town doing all these things.
Was it you who said that in the book he stays in his shop?
Yeah, he doesn't
never
never
and
leave.
I could be misspeaking here, but I don't ever remember him really leaving his shop ever. It's him like at one point, and they did this in the movie a little bit, but he opens the door and nobody is there around to hear him say this, but he's like, you just wait and see. And he closes the door and that's it. And like the apartment upstairs in his shop, he's like looking out the window a lot.
Just watching
you
the
see
town
like his
crumble
light
and
on a
burn.
lot of the time.
Yeah.
Admiring his work, if
And
you will.
Interesting.
There's I'll
Smoking his little
kind of as we
cigarette.
get through it, I don't mind talking about the ending, but like the ending is way different. And the Pangborn and Gaunt never meet.
Interesting.
It is, and like Pangborn doesn't know that it's Gaunt going on the entire book. He just knows that his town's going crazy and he's trying to figure out why. And like as we talk about, if you want to, like when we get into the fun facts and stuff, there's something that specifically happens that triggers him going into like, ooh, maybe it is Gaunt. And then it sort of reminds me of the book reminds me of The Fifth Element, where Bruce Willis and Gary Oldman never meet in that.
That's right.
And that sort of like all the bad things are happening and all of the good things are happening because of those two characters, but they never meet, and it's sort of similar with Needful Things.
Yeah, I think the thing, because we talked about this too, I think the thing that was like missed out, the biggest point was seeing the town itself crumble. Like,
Yeah.
we didn't see enough of it. We saw
got
like
the church.
The
we saw like
climax
the
moment from the
climaxes
church to the end.
And like one of the shops blows up, and then his main shop blows up.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know, like, especially with the scene with what's her name? She's the crazy Baptist lady. Not crazy, but she's the one with the dog.
Oh yeah, Nettie Cobb.
Yeah,
Nettie Cobb.
her and the farmer.
The farmer girl. Oof.
Oh, and
that's the best scene of the show.
Since we're talking
yeah,
about
let's get to that.
In the book.
Yeah. Oh my
that
god.
straight
I
up
asked
happens
you.
on the street.
Oh yeah, you said that.
They're it's rocks in the window, not the apples, and then the dog is killed because hi Daisy.
Oh.
As we talk about the dog getting killed, like my sweetest dog has just walked into the room. But the dog is like really happy and sees the person and is like, oh yeah, and even like turns over onto its back where it's like, yeah, pet my belly, and he takes a corkscrew and just shoves it through the heart.
Oh
and
my God.
he takes a note and puts the note on the dog's chest, then sticks it through, and it's from that woman. Oh my God, Wilma Jessic.
The turkey farmer.
The turkey. She's not a turkey. Like
she's not a turkey
Yeah,
farmer.
she's just a regular one, and like she lives in a neighborhood.
Oh,
in the book. I don't know why they turned her into a turkey farmer.
But the movie took it to a completely different
Yeah.
level because the guy skins the dog.
Skinned the
Yeah,
dog
what
completely.
the heck?
There are a couple
man.
of
That
things
was
that
gra-
happened
Oh,
that
by
were
the
more
way,
elevated.
trigger warning if you're watching this,
yeah.
or if you are one of those people that may have watched it in the middle.
Can't handle.
Oops.
It's a sneaker. It's a sneaker, man.
They
It
do
sneaks up on
not.
you.
They don't show it. So for the people that are like, I can't see that stuff, they just show
The aftermath.
the aftermath.
aftermath.
They show the guy. He opens up the switchblade. You don't see anything else. The next thing you see, or when you see it, the woman opens the door and the dog
And I
it's
could
like
see-
it's stuck on like a spring or
It's
something.
been there. pelted
Yeah.
and it's
I could see where maybe
Thought.
the director or writers were like, we need to change it up to where it's going to be a surprise for book readers.
yeah.
Where it's like, let's change this up a little bit to where it's like they're not going to expect this. And I didn't expect it. And I was like, oh, that was a lot.
Well, I mean, the shock. I mean, I think any person that would watch it, anytime an animal's killed, I feel like already it's pretty impactful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think to take it to that next level, I mean, it just.
But it also
Yeah.
kind of it disembodies the dog a little bit to where it's like you don't see a dead dog with a thing sticking out of its chest. You see kind of like just meat hanging there. where it's like, okay, this
It kind of loses the effect.
It loses a little on purpose, I think, where it's like, oh my god, a dead dog. Whereas like when you see something where it's more of just like, oh, a skinned dog, where it could be lots of different things.
Who cares?
It's like, oh, that's shocking, but also like, okay, I can handle this. Whereas like if it was just the sweet little Rottweiler that, not little, but I love that dog so much.
So dead dog versus like beef jerky.
Yeah, exactly.
One you want to eat, one you want to mourn over.
Yeah.
Great.
I wanted to eat that dog.
You saw that?
Wow.
You went delish.
Delicious.
Delish.
Need some spicy sauce on him.
Yeah.
Need some things.
Need some A1.
Need some needful.
Needful.
things.
Needful.
They said the title once in there.
What was your needful thing?
What was your needful
You know what?
thing?
And you know what? It's like
He
the
looked
way
right
he
into the
said it
camera when he
too
did
would
it.
have been like straight out of that skit from Family Guy. Like,
Oh yeah.
oh my god,
They said it. They
said it. They said it.
Well, we're watching this movie Society, and they just kept saying it over and over. So we're like, drink the whole time. We're just like, all right.
Oh man,
It's the Society. It is. Are you part of the Society?
That's a
Is
fun
this
movie.
part of the
If you haven't
Society?
seen Society, you should see that. That's fun.
what is it about?
In short,
I don't
it's
wanna spoil anything,
Yeah, I don't want to
like-
spoil it.
So going blind.
Going blind.
Can I actually? I have a new recommendation of a movie
Okay.
for all of you to
Yeah.
go into blind. It's a disaster.
It's a disaster.
Yeah, go watch it. Do not look up anything about it. It's
Okay.
on Peacock. Find it. Do not read any
Wait.
caption. Just watch it. It's great.
Okay.
Okay.
It's great.
It's a disaster.
Speaking of it's a disaster, this movie wasn't a disaster, but it came out August 27th, 1993.
It was like 2 years after the book came out.
Couldn't find a budget. Looked
Really?
real hard.
Really?
Looked really, really hard.
Interesting.
But
Do we want to make guesses?
Well, we can.
We
He
don't have
doesn't
a
know
budget.
that. I mean,
But I wanna-
I would guess that it was probably like 5 to 10 million.
Yeah,
say
like
that's
5,
fair.
10, maybe 15
In the
million.
90s.
But they had so much.
Maybe
TNT.
but
15
inflation and then film.
Yeah, the cost of film for.
I don't
I
appreciate
said
the
it,
eye
I'm mad at
roll.
myself.
I don't appreciate the eye roll. I mean, that's an important factor.
I'm gonna eye
That's
roll
an
anyway.
Aaron joke.
Really?
The amount of film that we have to take into account for the budget.
They make fun of me because I bring that up with older movies because
Yeah,
the cost
like-
of the film is
No, it's
significant.
Keegan's
insane.
been doing that since season 1, though, too. So I mean, I eye roll out
It
of
was we
all
watched.
Are you telling me it's not about me?
We watched the Hatchet
Sorry.
films. We watched the Hatchet films, and then Aaron said that for the Hatchet films. I was like, that was shot on film.
So it was
Which
everything.
it would have been. It would have been. I
Everything's
think,
filmed
like,
on a
the third-
Motorola flip phone, like Armageddon.
I love that.
Talk about flip phones?
Motorola flip phone.
Oh my
Flip
god.
phones?
Oh my gosh. Someone
Okay, I will be honest. Ever since we've done a show together, I've noticed this phone more, and I do really like it.
I used to have a Razer background like screen for my, but I. got
You're
rid of it.
so cool. You're
Bro,
so
you're so
freaking
cool.
I do
cool,
like
dude.
this phone.
You're so cool.
We like that
Flip
for you.
phone.
We like that for you.
I'm not part of the Apple cult.
It's okay.
I know all three of you are, aren't you?
What are you talking
With
about?
your
I don't know
Apple-
what you're talking
Your
about.
Apple cult.
What are you talking
I
about?
love being the blue. Is it blue? Is my or green?
The green
My
bubble.
chat
You're the
text.
green bubble.
I'm the
You-
green
oh, yeah?
bubble. I
You're the
love it.
green person. In
You
the
seem
group.
way more invested in this.
You're the
than we
you're the
are.
reason
Oh,
I
no,
can't
no,
react
I'm
to
not-
messages.
I don't care. But when I was in a group chat with that SpongeBob crew, they
I really-
all let me
See,
know
I don't care.
how much they were disappointed. They're like, "Who's the Android user in here? Why is our chat green? Who's the Android user?" And I was like,
Who cares?
It's me.
And
I'm the problem. It's me.
I'm the problem. It's me.
I
Hi.
love it.
We do have box office info. So we
Okay.
have opening weekend and then we have gross worldwide. So what do we think opening weekend
So I gotta
was?
think like
So, yeah, let's
Stephen
say-
King was probably maybe things were coming down from it. It wasn't necessarily at his peak. He was at his peak really in the
And a late August release.
August
Oh, was it a late
27th.
August release.
Yeah.
August
Yeah.
27th,
August
1993.
releases aren't big.
Yeah, it's not great.
I'm gonna say opening weekend 4 million.
4 million? I'll say. Honestly, though, like it's the 90s, and like people still went out to the theaters.
That's true. Yeah.
So I want to say like maybe I honestly I think it made 10 million.
I was gonna say
That's
8.
way too much.
Way too much, you think?
5.2.
5.2.
Ooh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
both of y'all or not both of y'all, but
I was right on the money.
you were close.
Almost on the money.
Well, Price is Right rules.
Price is right.
Price
rules.
is right.
I'm going up to spin that wheel, Bob.
Now, gross worldwide. Proceed.
So then I'll say 10 million. Gross worldwide. If it's
Worldwide?
5 million, I'll say 10.
5.2 was opening weekend.
Okay.
Oh.
If okay, this is worldwide opening, just opening.
No, this is gross worldwide.
Oh.
Higher, way higher.
I'm saying
How much
5.2.
it-
I'm gonna go with what I said
was
with the
just
budget,
opening.
15 million.
15.
I was gonna say 20.
15.
15? Oh, hell yeah.
Nice.
Point
Right
two.
on the money.
Yo!
Right on
What
the
do
money.
I win?
No. 15.2.
Oh,
15.2.
not on the money. You win.
You have Price is
reach
Right
over there and
rules.
see one of those blue pencil cases.
You get a sticky
you get
pencil
a
pouch.
sticky blue pencil pouch.
Yo, what?
It's sticky.
Why
Is it still sticky?
It is sticky. Why is it sticky?
It's still sticky.
I used
we
it.
opened it back in what
1989.
1989, and it's still sticky. You keep that.
I got you.
Oh,
Forever. I have two. So
Hey,
you get
if
one.
it makes you feel any
Thank
better,
you.
I use that pouch.
I'm just gonna.
You want to keep that
Nice
now?
pencil.
Just gonna put this
It's
in my
That's
my
a
pocket.
number 2 Dixon
Oh.
Ticonderoga, if you know what I mean.
God.
Dixon
You put your pencils in there.
Wow.
Pencils.
My pencils.
Your number 2 pencils.
Your number 2
My
pencils.
number 2
It's more like a number
Dixon
6
Ticonderoga.
pencil, if you know what I
Yeah,
mean.
it's more like a number. Hey, I've seen it. It's a number 7 pencil.
It's a number
All right,
7
sir.
pencil.
Now I'm getting uncomfortable.
We're talking about your pencil.
Yeah. It's a Dixon Ticonderoga.
This
It's
is
fine.
so sticky.
I didn't say
what
penis,
the
I
heck?
said
It,
pencil.
no, it really. We have no idea.
No, I think it's like the rubber or the
pleather.
plastic stuff they use on
Also,
it.
I'm sorry, I'm new. We can't curse on this show, can we?
Fuck you. Yes, we can. Wait,
that's
no, we
the
can't.
one F-bomb.
That's the
We
one
got the
F-bomb?
We
Fuck.
got the one.
Oh.
It's so.
Carlos, stop! I don't edit these anymore.
Fuck.
That's all you, man.
Well, why is this so freaking sticky?
Well, you can say the F word if you want. Say it.
Fornication.
Fornication.
Oh, under the consent of the king.
Anyways, so we have box office.
Box
budget.
office.
What was the tomatoes of rotting?
I already had it spoiled. Because when I was reading the book, when I was looking up stuff on the book, it.
Wow. So we
that
do
spoiled.
critics.
So
Well,
just-
let me
just
guess.
these two.
We
Let
do
me
critics,
guess.
and then we also do
I don't know
audience
the
score.
audience. I
So
only
we'll
know
do
the critics.
critics
Okay.
first.
It was good because like I have to out myself. I was that high school kid that like was like Rotten Tomatoes was my bread and butter, and I like
Yeah.
wrote reviews because I was that kid.
We know. We can tell.
So like last year.
I thought it was good. Yeah, I thought it was good, and I thought there were parts of it that obviously were lacking, but like overall it was a good experience. I give it like a maybe like 72%
For the critics?
for the critics.
I was gonna say 69.
It was
32.
30. Oh, I saw 31%. Is it
32 now.
Wow.
Well, I looked at it, I think, on Wednesday or Thursday.
Okay.
32.
Yeah, they did not
Who,
like this.
who did we have?
That's a panned movie.
Who did
Yeah.
we have last? Matt Mario.
Yeah.
Because of him, I actually looked up the Metacritic, but I was like, I'm not actually writing it down. But it was like,
Ooh, okay, so now is that part of our segment now?
It's
the
not.
Metacritic.
The
review.
Metacritic.
it's not. It was like
'Cause
48.
aggregated, right?
Ladies and
From-
gentlemen, the Metacritic
Wait,
review.
is Metacritic aggregated from critics or is it
Sure.
from users?
Yeah.
It's
Critics.
critics, yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, what was the audience score?
Audience, I'm going to say it's a liar. I'm going to say 45%.
I'll say 51.
20.
Yo! Price is Right rules I went over, though.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So no one wins. Well, I guess technically Aaron
I
wins.
said 20, so I win.
Aaron wins.
Always say
What'd
one.
you say?
I said 51.
51.
Well, that was wrong.
Oh my God. You are spicy
Eat it,
today.
Patrick.
I'm just
Yeah,
tired.
ugh, God.
I'm just tired.
Hey Patrick, you want to be on our podcast? We'll bully you all day.
To be fair, I didn't.
To be fair.
To be fair, I didn't invite you.
Wow.
Wow.
I did tell him you were coming on here, and he was like, really?
Yeah.
Not
That
really.
So you want to know
Shade.
something funny? Before I came on here, I was like, I should listen to some more recent episodes because I've only listened to like a few of your old ones. And I listened to your Sleepaway Camp one because we were talking about that.
a
And
good
you
one.
guys, you were talking about McSeth. You're like, yeah, Patrick Britton's in it, and you just go, that guy sucks.
But it's because I actually do love you.
Oh, I love you too, buddy.
Okay, let's not get carried away.
Okay.
What was the
I
kill
love
count?
everybody in this room.
I love you.
Aw, we love you, buddy.
What was the? I love you, Aaron.
Hey, Aaron. Say it back. We love you.
Say it back into the microphone.
Carlos, I love you.
Oh my God, it's on air.
We are
Pat-
four grown men.
Patrick,
telling we love each other.
I like being acquainted with you.
I like being acquainted with you too, and I hope that acquaintance blossoms.
Yes.
Into love.
Yes. Into love. It takes time.
Under consent of the king.
What was your question? What'd you say?
Kill count.
Kill count.
Oh.
2.
I will accept 2 answers.
Oh, 3.
Yeah.
Danforth.
Danforth.
In the book, it's like the entire town. So 3?
Yeah.
No, 5.
The dog 4.
No. Oh, wait, no. Because you're also forgetting the guy who's the has-been with.
You're talking about God?
with
God
the
is
jack-
dead? Is that what you're talking about?
I will accept 6 or 7.
6 or 7.
7.
Because we're also forgetting
The
the two
two
people in
people
the
in the
bar.
bar.
In the
And
bar.
Danforth's wife.
Oh,
yeah,
shit!
Danforth's wife.
It's because it wasn't on screen.
So
Those
because
are
of
the
the dog,
6,
7.
but I'm counting, if we count the dog,
Yeah.
I'll accept 7.
I'd count the dog.
I'm counting the dog
I'm
in this
counting
case,
the dog,
'cause that
too.
was gruesome.
That was real messed up.
But human kills 6. We don't see the wife, but we see the aftermath.
oh yeah.
We have
That was
the
more
2
effective,
people in the really awesome fight with the stabbings and the hatchet. The 2 people that shotgun each other,
Yeah.
and then Danforth in the
Danforth.
I would
end.
say all of the
Also-
kills except for Danforth were straight out of the book.
So also like as an actor, I every time I watch something, I always
fucking pretentious
I know,
over
right?
here.
But no, but every time
let me get your camera turned on.
thank
There
you.
go.
Thank you.
Wait, let me get out of your
Hold
shot.
on, where's my medium?
Also, oh wait, Aaron, did you see my shirt that I'm wearing today?
I almost wore that shirt.
Hey,
It's my Misery shirt. It's my Stephen King
I
shirt.
love that. But no, it's like every time I watch something, I always think like I do this thing. I don't know if y'all do it too, where it's like I try and cast myself like where I would be best
Yeah.
cast. And
I would love to play Pangborn.
the mayor, like
Oh, the treasure.
what's his name?
What? He's got a title. It's like the
Buster Keaton.
Buster Keaton. Oh, he
He's
hated being
he's
called
a-
Buster.
Buster,
He's a
yeah.
selectman, town
Buster.
selectman.
Yeah, the treasurer.
I don't think that's who I would be cast as, but God, I want to play that role so
Yeah,
bad.
that'd be a fun one.
It's so he was, in my opinion, the most interesting arc.
JT Walsh killed it.
Yeah,
Jesus,
and like
man.
JT Walsh, he's one of those
So
like
good.
anytime I see Pleasantville,
Mm-hmm.
he's in Pleasantville as like the same sort of character where he's like the antagonist, like don't turn into Technicolor, we're gonna be black and white forever. He nailed playing those type of characters.
I told you, like, I think probably one of the most fun scenes that man probably got to film was him just around that little like toy racetrack. Just like,
oh yeah,
he's like, go. I'm like, this man saw that script on set that day and said, I'm having a field day with this.
Is this the biggest role, like the
This,
meatiest role of his career?
I think
because
this
he's
is-
a character actor, but like,
because Pleasantville, it was a similar about scale.
Yeah, but I don't know.
If that was him, I think
what
that was him
the question is what got more like advertising and what was more mainstream
I don't know.
at the time.
This was just like a character actor movie.
Yeah.
So like a lot of the people in this were like character.
Like you even
actors
mentioned, like
and
Ed
stuff.
Harris has that character actor
Yeah.
quality.
Yeah.
Bonnie
Yeah.
Bedelia definitely.
Yep.
Man, she was looking good in that.
So cute.
She's
So
cute.
cute.
She's
So
very
cute.
cute. Like I had a crush on her in Die Hard, but this movie, I was like,
This movie, I think they understood because it was after Die Hard. They were like,
Yeah.
"Oh, we got a gold mine here." No, she was great too, though. She was fantastic. Her like, oh my God, she takes off the necklace and her hands.
oh, I know.
Oh, the
her
hand makeup
acting.
and like her hand
Yeah.
acting and the knuckles were
Hand acting.
Her acting.
Her acting, yes.
That's what we call it. We
'Cause
like
her
to combine
character
words. We love to
was-
combine
she
words.
had
Arthritis.
arthritis in her hands, and so she wore a medallion or like a
It's like a pendant.
Pendant.
Yeah.
pendant.
It'd be a locket though, because
cured-
it's holding
or
something.
a locket.
Yeah.
So, what it was holding in the book was
Which we don't get that in the movie.
She could hear something scratching around inside of it, and she didn't know what it was, so it was alive. And they're like, "Oh no, it just has like herbs or something in there making that." Sorry, my mic is closed. Herbs or something in there making that noise, and they're like, "Okay, yeah, that's what it is. That's like the herbs of the inside there, the potpourri or whatever is inside of it.
The potpourri.
The potpourri inside of it." So she's actually the one in the book that convinces Alan, no, like Leland Gaunt is a bad guy.
Yeah.
Everything that's happening is bad. I need to rip this off and tell Alan what's going on. And so like she's a very strong character, and that she's the one that's really
That's
people.
one of the few big issues I have with the movie is she has no agency.
No,
she's a terrible character in the movie.
She rips it off, and then it opens up, and inside is this tiny little spider, and the spider has been eating all of her pain. And when that opens and her pain comes back, it grows bigger and bigger and bigger. And essentially it's not going to stop growing.
Mm-hmm.
So it grows to like the size of a house cat. And she has to get through the pain of her arthritis and grabs a plunger and starts like whacking it with the plunger until it breaks. And then she stabs it with the plunger.
That's cool.
And is able to kill the spider.
Okay.
But and then she's like, oh, the pain in my hands is back. And that really messed it up. She meets up with Alan. Well, I'll talk about the ending later, but we can.
Yeah.
The ending, I love the ending in the book way more.
So I think that's a good transition to some
Fun facts with Carlos.
That's another one that if you would have watched the episodes, you could have done. But
Yeah,
that's fine.
no way. We need to take a loop back.
Not for Patrick. I don't want to.
Patrick.
Wow.
You gotta sing along.
Okay,
not for
what's
Patrick.
the tune? What's
It's
the tune?
Fun facts with
facts with
Carlos.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's
Fun
redo
facts with Carlos.
All right,
Fun facts with Carlos.
Fun facts with Carlos.
Fun facts with Carlos.
Fun facts with Carlos. I take direction.
Did you like what I did for the Dolls episode, Aaron, when I did that? I know you watched the YouTube,
I haven't
right?
watched that one yet.
Okay. I actually did like the suit, like everybody got their own little fun facts with Carlos.
That's cool.
Oh, that's cool. So this movie, of course, was based on. Oh, that was cool.
No, that's cool. Anyways, this movie.
Hey, that's cool.
No, it was
Fuck you.
cool.
Carlos is done.
It was cool. It was cool.
Okay, he's done, but I'm excited to watch this next movie with him because it's my second favorite Jason
You mean
film.
which
next
one are we
week?
watching?
You mean next week?
Next week.
In a completely
Next-
another time frame that is not the same
next
day that we're
week.
recording this episode.
So people have to act more energetic and like they
For our
haven't
Friday
been
the
dealing with
13th
middle schoolers all
episode,
day.
We have a special.
Oh, we'll see about that. maybe we'll find some caffeine between now and next
I
week.
think we should all have some coffee.
I may need
yes.
some coffee.
Coffee and within the next week.
Yeah,
Coffee-
between
coffee
now
in
and
the
next
next
week.
week.
We'll have some
Coffee enemas?
Ooh,
Oh,
yeah.
ooh.
I'm down, but straight out of the Keurig.
Oh my
Like
god.
from the Keurig, you open
Yeah,
up.
And we
the
can
we're
cup
gonna
and
need two
done.
people on each side.
we can help each other. Oh, we'll call them Bronimas.
Bronimas.
3 men, 1
Coffee
Keurig.
Bronimas. Oh my god, that's our Patreon video.
I'm into
Subscribe.
it. I'm into it.
Aaron's gonna get our Patreon going for this.
Subscribe to watch that.
Hold on, I need to talk to my agent about this before we do this. Yeah, hold on.
Get ready for butthole pleasures.
They don't need to know.
They don't need to.
Why are you?
It may be best that they don't know, actually.
Oh man. Don't tell your agent.
They'll drop me immediately. they'll be like, "This is the work you've been doing."
Are you gonna send this episode to your agent as part of your reel?
I really don't know.
He's like, maybe I shouldn't.
I don't know. I've been kind of, I don't know. You all have been bullying me, and I kind of want to give this idea of like, no, Patrick's cool, man. He's the cool young actor we have.
Okay,
in the
we'll just
agency.
yeah.
Patrick is cool
Wait,
for like a
okay.
pedophile that goes to middle schools.
What the?
Okay, legit question because of your. Good God.
Oh my god.
That took a turn.
Oh my god. Yo, the strike ends. That's my next movie.
Oh man.
Ooh,
I love it.
We're spicy today.
we're tired. We're spicy.
So
We're
legit question,
unfiltered.
do I have to pay you if I put you on our TikTok?
No,
Okay,
Thank
good.
God.
don't
We can't
worry. Are
afford
you union? Are you union?
Yes.
No.
Wait, I can't be here.
When I can't be here, I gotta go.
No, we are not union. Patrick.
I don't know. I don't know what
We
you
have
guys
a
do.
union
You have a union.
of brotherhood.
We're all fans of Gabrielle Union.
Hold my hand.
I eat unions all the time. They're really good.
Yes,
That was nice.
it was very nice.
You
Continue.
know what else is nice?
Yeah.
The fact that this book was based on a book by Stephen King. Ever heard of him? Probably not. The screen. I'm so tired. I'm sorry.
I love it. I love it.
Wait,
It's
my note
great.
went away.
Oh my god.
What? My note's completely gone. Oh, I found it.
I was like, you're just gonna have to go to IMDb at this point.
The
Oh my
screenplay was by W.D. Richter.
Richter.
Hardly know her. Also did screenplay for Invasion of the Body Snatchers, just as something that
Okay,
people
that's
would
kind of cool.
recognize.
That's kind of cool.
The movie was directed by Fraser C.
Never heard of him.
Heston, and this was his directorial debut.
Did he direct
Oh.
anything else?
Nothing that really stood out.
You know what? You know what though? For a directorial debut, nice job. Nice job,
bad.
Frank. Nice job,
Very,
Frank. Nice job,
shot
Frank.
and directed like a very generic 90s movie.
Yeah. But like, you know what? Good job. Good effort.
Good
I find that comforting.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
You know, like when you think of the same way, like it looks the same exact way that movies like Billy Madison or Tommy Boy were shot. Where it's
Yes.
like, this is the same framing and like, or like Wayne's World. You know what I mean? Like the Wayne's World look.
Oh my god.
It's just
yes.
very 90s. Misery, like it kind of had that same sort of just like generic 90s film look to it.
Yeah.
But we love it.
You know
No
what?
style.
What is it? Is it the lighting or is it like the grain? on
All
the-
of it.
Is
It's
it
all
every-
of it.
all
It's
of it?
like the way the shots are set up. Just somebody in the 90s was just like, we need to have this.
Everything
like,
needs a stabilizer.
quintessential
Everything needs to be on
90s.
like a dolly or something.
Yes.
Yeah, no.
And then David Fincher came along, and they were like,
Yeah.
"You can put scratches on the film." Yeah, like, and then everything exploded.
Pull the film
from
out and
there.
expose
Oh my
it.
gosh.
Ooh.
Blair Witch came along, and they're like, "Oh, we could."
Yo,
we
wait,
could-
shaky cam? What?
Michael Bay.
Michael Bay
Michael
film.
Bay
Oh
just
my
went.
God.
Let's get everybody nausea in a movie.
I mean, why not though?
Yeah.
Where was
Billions
this
of
film
dollars.
filmed?
Castle Rock, Maine.
Castle Rock, Maine. Oh wait, or was it filmed in Castle Rock, Maine? Because apparently, what about what is it about Castle Rock?
I was so mad. As soon as the movie started, I was like, Castle Rock is not a coastal town.
So was it
They
filmed
make
in
it-
Maine?
It wasn't filmed in.
They got to get
No.
those sick aerial shots, though, man.
Was it in the Carolinas?
Oregon.
Oh, was it was
Well,
it
I
filmed
think
on the West
Pacific,
Coast?
Pacific Northwest. No.
Where was it shot?
Canada.
Canada.
It was shot in
Canada.
Canada,
Multiple
okay.
locations in Canada, actually.
Okay,
Well, Canada can be the Pacific Northwest.
Oh, is that what you said?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
but yeah.
depends on which part of Canada.
Yeah.
But there's a part in the book where they blow up the only bridge to town, because that's the the only way.
It's
in
very
To
town.
get
evil,
in and
evil
out.
dead.
Yeah.
And is that like just trap everyone there and that's
Oh
like,
wait, no, that wasn't. No, I don't know what the point of that was because it wasn't the only bridge to town. Because they blew up the bridge, and then Alan Pangborn showed up.
It was
Unless I'm remembering
symbolic,
it wrong,
Keegan.
which I could be.
Your media
Symbolism.
literacy obviously isn't
Yeah.
top notch. I don't know what to say.
Or then there was only one way out of town once they blew up the bridge.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know, like the I kind of I don't know though. Like that's such a Stephen King ism of like it has to be set. Obviously, like it's set in Maine. Like Castle.
Yeah.
We've talked about this. Castle Rock is in almost everything.
Castle Rock, Derry,
and all this stuff. But
Jerusalem.
I feel
plot.
like whenever they adapt it into film, it's always they always are like we have to set it at a coastal town because that's what
Yeah.
everyone thinks about with Maine.
was it Dolores Claiborne, but that actually takes place on an island.
Yeah.
The Mist, wasn't that on a coast?
Storm of the Century was also took place on an island.
I remember that one.
That is, we could talk about that later. I love that miniseries.
I need to watch it.
You've never
That
seen?
I've seen one that you haven't.
You've seen it? You've
Oh,
seen
yeah.
Storm of the Century? Okay.
I remember renting the VHS because they had it at Blockbusters
Yeah.
and multiple VHS because it was a
Oh.
miniseries.
It's
Is it
it's
like-
honestly it very much it's not the same story, of
Is
course.
it supernatural?
It's supernatural. It's
Okay.
very similar to Needful Things and how it's structured.
Okay.
It's basically just about a town. It's about a town crumbling, and it's
Yeah,
fantastic.
cool.
It was noteworthy because it was written specifically to be a TV
Yeah,
series.
It was
it's not a novel.
It was never based on a book.
Yeah.
It was his first. It was
Well,
one of
we
his
know-
first screenplays ever
Yeah,
written.
he wrote it. He wrote it as a screenplay.
I would like to rewatch it. 'cause
he's
I don't
terrible
think I
at writing
appreciated it
screenplays,
when I
though.
was younger.
Maximum Overdrive.
I
and The
don't
Shining.
like Storm of the Century as much as Patrick does.
Oh,
Okay.
I love it.
I was gonna say like
well,
Maximum Overdrive is garbage.
Yeah, no.
And then and he knows it's garbage because he directed it too.
No, Storm.
But also,
but it's garbage that lives in my heart. That I
The
love.
Shining miniseries. It's just
Well, you know what? You know what
Terrible.
the Shiny miniseries was.
Terrible.
You know what it was, right? It was him going,
Yeah.
"I hate this movie. I'm going to make it closer to the books," and then everyone realized this should have never been adapted
Yeah.
into a movie because
Yeah.
it's Jack and his wife talking for 30 minutes at a time, and no one wants to watch that.
Speaking
Yeah.
of Jack, have you seen the movie The Green Knight?
Yes.
How do you, unprobed, how do you feel about that movie?
How do you feel about The Green Knight?
Be honest.
I remember coming out of
Be
that
honest.
movie. I'll be honest. So I should preface with as you can see, I'm very into Celtic stuff. Came out of that movie and I'm like, that was a waste of money.
Good
you.
answer.
It was a waste.
Good
of
answer.
Good answer.
So another
Good answer.
another actor friend of mine, Connor. Hi, Connor. Another actor friend of mine, Connor Bailey. Me and him
Oh, yeah,
went.
he's a watcher.
Yeah. We went to. We went to go see the what?
He watches our podcast.
Yeah.
Or listens.
listens.
He listens. Oh, we went to go see this movie together, and like both of us were like, it's A24. It's gonna be so good.
gonna be so good.
We're doing like the film bro thing. We're like, I wonder like what the symbolism will be for this, and like
Yeah.
all this stuff. And then we come out of that movie going like, were we supposed to like that? Like, was that good?
Hated it.
It was
Terrible
awful.
film.
Hated it.
It was awful. Here's
a beautiful film.
You know what I will say.
Shot beautifully.
I will say this about the film. The first 15 minutes and the last 10 minutes, I love that. You cut out
Fair.
all the middle, and it's a great movie. It's a great short film.
Middle made no sense.
Yeah. It didn't. Well, but the Arthurian legend of the Green Knight.
It's short
this
though,
long.
but it's like a 9-minute long folklore.
Wow, why isn't it cut into a short film like I just said? It's like insane. I mean, like
In the membrane.
ugh, in the
Insane in the brain.
in the brain, in the membrane.
This movie,
Yeah.
Needful Things, going back,
Yes.
was of course set in Castle Rock, Maine, which is the setting of many kings.
Which unless that's the dark half, is that part of your trivia?
But that's one of. I mean, I
Okay.
didn't read the titles, but yeah, that was one of them. Dark Half, Cujo, Dead Zone, Stand by Me.
So one thing that's cool about the book is it really is a direct sequel to the dark half.
In the Kingiverse.
In the Kingiverse, yeah. Where the dark
Okay.
half, Alan Pangborn is not the main character, but he's a prominent secondary character. And Thad Beaumont is a writer where he has a pen name, and the pen name comes to life and starts killing people.
yeah.
The ending of The Dark Half, spoilers, by the way, which the movie ends... That movie is really close to the book, and I actually really liked it. But the pen name ends up getting attacked by a bunch of sparrows because part of it is sparrows are called psycho...
Groupies.
Psychonauts, something like
Yeah.
that.
Nazis?
They're in Greek mythology. There's these like things that can see death.
I
And
know what you're talking about.
But that's what they're called.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, the name of the pen name is George Stark. George Stark is basically death, a living version of death.
Okay.
And the birds, the sparrows, the sparrows will fly is how Thad, who's the main character, is able to defeat George by the sparrows showing up and like basically turning George into like a thing of mush and flesh, and they fly off with him at the end.
Ew.
And then Alan Pangborn sees that and is like, is supernatural stuff real or not? Did I actually see that? I don't know. And so in this book, he's like, I think supernatural stuff may be real, but I don't believe in supernatural stuff. Okay. And so he does not think Leland Gaunt is the devil at all. And so it was weird whenever I'm watching the movie and he's like, this is the devil. We have to stop him. I'm like, you're not Alan Pangborn. That's not how he thinks.
Yeah.
It takes him a long time to get to that point. And just the way they present the supernatural is really weird.
So wait, hold on. If I'm getting this right, sorry, I've had two of these now.
Yeah, same.
So Alan Pangborn is in the Dark Half.
Yes.
Because I've not read the Dark Half.
Yes.
He's
played by Michael Rooker in the
played
movie.
by Michael Rooker.
Whoa.
And has a wife and 2 sons. And then a huge thing in Needful Things in the book is that so his wife and son are killed in a car accident.
Oh, that's a fun one.
And is that one of your fun facts?
Go ahead.
No,
go ahead.
That's
That's one of them.
That's a sad fun fact. Can we do a sad
facts with Carlos?
Sad facts with Carlos.
Sad fact. I mean, yeah. In the novel, Sheriff Pangborn's child and wife died in a car accident, and the sheriff is still mourning them. As a token, he keeps a spring snake that belongs to the dead son. The toy plays a pivotal role in defeating Gaunt,
That's what I was telling you about
who
earlier.
reveals his true demon form before disappearing. Instead, in the movie, Gaunt is defeated by Danforth Keaton, who blows him up along with the shop.
And Danforth is such like he stays an unlikable character. And a cool thing is with Danforth, for Stephen King fans, if you like the movies but haven't read any of the books or anything, Ace Merrill shows up halfway through the Needful Things book and starts helping Leland Gaunt. Ace Merrill is played by Kiefer Sutherland in The Stand, which is
in Stand By Me.
Sorry, not The Stand. In Stand By Me, which is The Body, the short story The Body, or the novella The Body in Stephen King literature. And he shows up and he's aged. It's in the 90s. The Stand By Me takes place in what, the 60s?
It's 60s
right.
or yeah.
60s. It's kids in the 60s. So it's when he was like a teenager and he wanted to take credit for like the dead body that's there, and he's going to beat up all the little boys from Stand By Me. So he grows up and he's middle-aged and starts helping Danforth Keaton, and they become like really close, really good friends, and they set dynamite in the entire town.
Oh, crap.
What?
Like the whole town they have all those dynamite things, and they put them.
Because there's a lot of explosives in the basement when he went down there. There's boxes
yeah, and that's
was
why I
a
was thinking.
ton.
Oh, there's the explosives. So Ace Merrill goes to collect all of the guns and the explosives, and goes to this like random garage of another city that Leland Gaunt had destroyed. And there's like this garage there, and he's like, "Oh, how am I supposed to get into this garage? It's locked." And then all of a sudden, the garage door opens up, and Ace Merrill's like, "That's strange. Let me go in here." And then there's audio tape that plays. That's like, "Ace, thank you for showing up to my garage. Please take the keys to this car. Check the trunk to make sure it has all of its inventory in there, and then come back to my shop." And he's like, "How was he able to set a tape recorder, and how did he not go and get his own car if he can set a tape recorder and do that?" But it's another. He's like, "Oh, it's supernatural." And Ace is like, "I'm fine with it being supernatural. I need the money. I'm gonna show up. I'm a bad guy anyways." He checks the back of the car, and it's filled with guns.
Oh, because you were talking about that, the whole like the gun dealer part.
And then everybody in the town has a gun.
Wow.
Everybody has a gun.
Yo.
And then there's a big like battle between the Catholics and the
Baptists.
The Baptists. We're like,
I was about to say that was like talked about in the movie, but I was like, okay, if this is building to what I think it is, I want to. It literally in the movie it was just the Protestant preacher and the Catholic preacher standing up. I wanted to see
it was like
sides,
60 people, 30 from each side, running at each other and having a full on battle in the street.
Like Duel of the Fates playing in the background,
Yes.
the Baptists and the Catholics.
And like you can like
Bible
all these
thumping in the
other
air.
scenes- all these other scenes are taking place in the book. And in every single scene, they talk about how, like, oh, I can hear a battle going on, or like people yelling and screaming in the background of like all these other things taking place.
Interesting.
There's one part that I really liked where these two guys are dueling on the steps, and they're like, somebody had written a note about "I know this," and somebody else had written a note about "I know this" or something. That way more than that, but just to make it long story short, and they're dueling and shooting each other. The two bullets, when they shoot each other, hit and like ricochet and cause a sound wave, which caused them to like wake up, and they're like, "Oh, you didn't do that." And he's like, "Yeah, you didn't do that." Like, "Oh, we're friends again." And they go to hug, and then City Hall blows up, eviscerating both of them.
Oh my god!
That's awesome. And I was like, I wanted to see something like that happen.
So did the book go into details about like Gaunt is kind of immortal because like
yeah,
there's the
because I'm getting
Hitler,
like
the plagues.
Yeah,
JFK.
he's like some kind of warlock or something,
So,
right?
okay, so getting to that point. So no, he's the devil.
He's the devil.
It's hinted that he is the devil.
Well, because when he comes and he has like the "Say No to the Devil" like stickers and stuff like that.
Am I doing? What's happening?
Oh,
It's falling.
Shoot. I got it.
It's falling.
I got it. Hold on.
Sorry, guys. Technical difficulty.
This is a stalling, and when we stall,
Sorry, we'll
we like to.
Hey, Carlos, ask me a trivia question.
What?
Okay, you should be good.
I'll ask you a trivia
that?
question
Oh, wait.
from the.
Carlos's camera.
What's the derivative of 2x squared?
2?
4.
4x.
4.
It's close. Calculus.
So Leland,
The limit does not exist, actually.
Leland is a demon or the devil himself. By the end of it, it's sort of hinted at that he is.
Yeah, he's like the devil.
But he says something in the book where he's like, "I'm just a demon and I'm here to cause chaos."
Lower level demon.
Well, he even says something in the movie. He's like, when what's his? Oh my gosh, I'm terrible with names.
Max von Sydow.
Max von Sydow. When he is telling the guy to like, he's like planning the bombs. He's like, I'm just one man. I can't do everything. I'm like, okay, so there's limitations.
Yeah, so he can't interfere. He can interfere with free will, but he can't do things himself, and that's why he's always in.
So he's egging them on. He's like, push the button, push it,
Yeah.
blow up, but do it.
So a couple of things. So Alan Pangborn has his wife, and she dies in a car accident.
In the book.
In the book. And it's hinted at that she has a brain tumor that's making her crazy, and she didn't put her seatbelt on that day that she died. And she ended up running off the road into a tree, and she was thrown from the car, and her son, they said it looked like he survived the car accident, but then the car blew up and died. And then they have another son who you don't ever see or in the book, but he lives. He's going to like a high school that you go and live at. What do you call those? Like
boarding school.
Boarding school. He wanted to go to a boarding school because he wanted to get away from Castle Rock.
Yeah.
Sounds awful.
So he's at a boarding school. It's a year and a half later, Alan isn't engaged to Polly. They're just dating in the book. But Alan is like doing sleight of hand magic tricks. And like in the Dark Half, he kind of like is starting out kind of doing these sleight of hand. And in Needful Things, he's like perfected it. And he's really good at it.
Okay.
And then this... the snake in the nut can.
I was gonna say, how does that how does he defeat Gaunt with that? I'm very curious.
So his son loves that thing. The one who passed away.
Yeah.
Loves the snake in the. No, it's not the one that passed away. He bought it when he was a little kid, and Alan was like, "Why are you buying that? That's silly." And the wife was like, "It's fun. It's silly." So his son always loved it. So it's his connection for him. It's a connection to his son.
Yeah.
Yep.
Where he's like, "Oh, my love for my son comes from this fun little thing that I wanted to get him when he was a kid." And you open it up, and a snake pops out. So it's about playing tricks on people. That relates back to Needful Things.
Oh, because they're all playing pranks on.
It's like a good version. This is a good prank. That's a bad prank.
Yeah.
And then, like, speaking of the pranks, all of the pranks that were played out in the book have a note attached to them. So, like, it's like the apples, it's really rocks that he's throwing through the window in the book, all have notes from Nettie Cobb saying, like, F you, bitch.
Yeah.
Don't
it's like
you
when
dare
What's
do
Her
that to
Face does,
me.
like, the tickets.
Yes.
Where he thinks it's the one cop.
That's where it was.
Everything has a note.
Yeah.
So you know exactly who's
it's
doing
tied
the prank.
back to the person that they have animosity against already.
Why they want to go and kill that person.
Yeah. Which, I mean, it made sense in the movie, but obviously in the book, it takes it a step further and kind of makes it very transparent.
Yeah.
So Ace in the book, Ace Merrill shows up and he has a green Dodge Charger, and like lime green Dodge Charger, and it's like known. Oh yeah, that's Ace's car. Pangborn had run him out of town at one point, and now he's back. So Alan goes into Needful Things by himself, and a tape is there, and he goes to put the tape in, and it's the road where his wife died. And then he sees his wife's car, and then he sees Ace Merrill's car show up and push the car off the road and into the tree. That didn't actually happen. That's a trick from Leland Gaunt.
Interesting.
Ace didn't, and like in the end of the book, you never know why his wife ended up going off the road, but she's wearing her seatbelt in the video.
Interesting.
And so Polly finally is like, there's something wrong. Like, there had to be something off. There's always something just a little bit off in all the pranks that he plays. There's something that just doesn't match up. And then Alan realizes, oh, she is wearing her seatbelt in the video. I know that's not the actual thing that happened. Ace didn't act because he was going to go and kill Ace at that point.
Yeah.
Another cool thing that happens with Polly is she has to go and play her prank, and she has to go to this location to go pick up a picture of somebody having sex with a dog. When she goes to that location,
I feel like you just glazed over.
Yeah,
a pretty
because
big
that's
thing
not an important part of it. It's just like that's her prank that she was going to play, but never
dog
does.
beef turkey sex.
Yeah.
But the location she shows up to is the location where this woman was being mauled by this rabid Saint Bernard.
Oh, crazy! What does that kind of sounds like Cujo, right? Yeah.
And Alan always talks about how like he took over this job from the previous sheriff who was mauled by a dog and killed. So as Polly is about to like leave, the doors to this house are kind of open. To this barn are open, and she sees a pair of red eyes and hears snarls coming from the barn. Runs, and like because of her hand, she can't open her key fast enough, and then she hears the barking. Gets into her car. It's the ghost of Cujo is there.
That's cool.
In the barn as she's playing her prank. So there's lots of like Dark Half, Cujo. They talk about how there was this serial killer in Castle Rock who's going around, and like that was a big thing that happened. That's from
the Dead
Zone.
The Dead Zone.
When you catch up a little bit on your Stephen King reading, you could do this now. There's a YouTube video where it talks about every single connection with every Stephen King book.
Ooh, that's
and
cool.
the web, like it starts with like the single point, which is the Dark Tower, and then it branches out, and the web it creates is insane. It's crazy.
Yeah, there's lots of little hints throughout.
Yeah.
So one of the reasons I started reading The Dark Half is because I had just finished Pet Cemetery, and The Dark Half takes place in Ludlow, Maine, which is where Pet Cemetery takes place, and Thad Beaumont is a professor at the same school that Lewis Creed was the like head nurse medic for.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, that's like I was kind of like linking.
Yeah, you're
some of the
linking everything
connections
together
for my reading.
Yeah, wait till you start Dark Tower. It gets insane.
So the snake in the can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does that come back?
Alan starts thinking about his son and all the goodness in his son. Leland Gaunt is showing up, and he has a briefcase or like a medical bag that you know, like the one with the
accordion.
Yeah, a doctor's bag. Yeah.
doctor's bag filled with souls that are screaming.
Oh, that's
It's
cool.
all the people who have died in Castle Rock are in that bag, and Leland has them, and he opens up the thing, and it jumps out and attacks an actual snake jumps out and attacks Leland, and he's like, "How did I do that? I don't know how I did that." But something in him is like, I'm going to keep this going. And he's been practicing sleight of hand magic. He does the flower out of the sleeves trick, but instead of flower, it's a big ray of light where it's every color of the rainbow is in his hand. And it forms one big thing of light that he shoots at Leland Gaunt. And it makes him like lose his power. And then finally they grab the medical bag. And he's like, don't. He goes, all of those souls will die. He's like, they exist right now. All those people still exist in that bag. And I will take care of them. If you open it, they will all die. And he goes, I don't care. Opens it. All the souls go out. And they like turn into dust and fly out. And then Leland Gaunt's like, I'm done with you. And basically has the ending that he does in the book. Where he's
mad.
like, you know what? You guys don't appreciate me. I'm leaving. I'm out of here. Gets into his car, which is a Tucker, and if you've ever looked up the car Tucker, it's a Tucker Talisman, which is not a real car, but it's a Tucker style car, which looks like a bullet.
Yeah,
it's really cool looking. He gets into that car, which is the one that Ace brought him, and then drives into the hole that is in the ground created by the dynamite and town hall, and the town hall goes into it, comes back out of it, and Alan sees a pair of horse hooves come out of the grill of the car, form into a horse, the car forms into a carriage, and then goes into the air while Leland like screams and laughs as it goes off.
That's funny because as I was watching the ending in my head, and I'm kind of tying it back to Supernatural, in the early seasons they portray the four horsemen going to like the Book of Revelations as different people riding different like really amazing cars.
Yeah.
And I was like, I wonder if this is their way of being like, he's the demon or like death and he's riding his black horse.
And I like that they tied it back in because obviously, especially Stephen King in the 90s, they could not produce that easily. Like nowadays, CGI, you can easily do all of those things.
What was it when it came out? Like they were like, half this book isn't even going to be in the miniseries. Yeah. And it's funny that because you haven't read it yet, and it's like
That's
a lot
next on my list.
A lot of the stuff you're talking about, the ending of Needful Things. I'm like, ooh, that's there are lore explanations for it.
I was talking to Aaron about this, where I was like, his books all seem to end the same way, like Thad Beaumont in Dark Half, where it's the creature is transformed somehow and goes off into the distance. The same thing happens in the Dark Half. Same thing happened in The Shining, where it's like the being inside of the Overlook Hotel as it was burning down in the book. You see the being like flee and like oh my gosh, the other guy with The Shining in the book in the
Dick Halloran.
Dick Halloran talks about how he sees a pair of wings on the dust that's the smoke that's going off. He sees a pair of wings flap as the dust. Like inside of the dust as it goes off. So I'm like,
interesting.
He's got the same ending. So they're all similar creatures.
Yeah.
We were talking about how like Pennywise and Rose the Hat are similar creatures.
Like and there's a lot of this
From
is
Dr.
that like
Sleep, Rose the Hat. She's like the one who wants fear. Like it's
she like ingests the essence of other shines.
Yeah, where she's like the fear is. Or the it tastes sweeter when it's more scared.
Yeah.
He has some of these concepts that he's been like playing with for decades, and so you see different like iterations of that similar concept.
They're all like types of the same sort of creature.
And sometimes there's some continuity to it, and like I think we talked about earlier, like there's some like threads that are like probably something he intended that then later on it's like no, fuck that, like. You know, forget everything that was in this book.
Well, the one constant is Stephen King loves an energy vampire. Yeah, we love an energy vampire.
We love a good
vampire.
I mean,
yeah. I mean that's it, but it's crazy because I remember, like I said, you were mentioning like how this ends because like the cool thing about I can't talk about it, which is the problem
know.
because it's all in
But
it.
I mean, if it's referenced in the movie, I mean, I know
so it's not referenced in the
basics.
movie.
Okay.
You'll see.
We'll just have to have an It episode.
We'll
and
need
you
to
can
have
come
it.
back for
Yes,
that.
yeah.
Episode
Yay.
Welcome to our Stephen King podcast.
Y'all can start your own podcast.
Every 10 episodes or so, we'll do a Stephen King podcast.
I still have like a long list of movies I want to do, and I want to do some of my movies next.
You haven't sent them.
I
to
have
me.
sent them to you. I've sent
You've
you like
not.
3 different
Name
ideas.
3.
We
Name
talked
3.
about it. You've never sent me them,
We've talked about it. That's all I need to do.
but I don't remember them.
Oh,
You gotta
my
send it to
Lanta.
me. Send me an email, and I'll flag it as like important and
Okay.
leave it at the top of my list.
Okay.
I'll put it in the important folder.
Okay. Anywho,
Anyways, read it.
What movie? No, what movies are we gonna do? Which
We'll
ones do you
talk
wanna
about them
do?
later.
Okay, I want to add them because we still have a day of shooting we have to do that I don't have a lot of movies for.
okay.
Cool.
Going back
Let's
to
do
this
it.
movie,
Let's do it.
because I'm trying to get to the last fun facts.
Okay. Last fun fact with Carlo.
Not the last
Okay.
one. The last few.
Okay.
And 2 of them are kind of related. So
Some of the last fun facts with Carlos.
Oh boy. You mentioned this one when we were watching it about Hugh and the football jacket versus the foxtail.
Yeah, and Aaron talked about that was like something he remembered from the book.
So in the novel, he actually buys a foxtail, not a Letterman's jacket. But apparently, in the flashback, in that scene, you actually see
it
the
hanging from
foxtail.
because it's apparently that was a big thing in the 50s where like you hung a foxtail from.
Like your rear view mirror.
Interesting.
Sorry,
So-
it looked like you were like something's wrong over there.
Oh no, I was just adjusting my headphones.
Okay.
Yeah,
So what was his character then? Like what?
Like,
was,
what does the
was he a
foxtail
has-
play
was he
in
a-
versus
was-
the jacket?
Yeah, was he like a has
We
been?
talked about
the same concept. His
Same
youth.
concept,
His
yeah.
youth. Like the foxtail was like from when he had that first car and he was out cruising around. Like the
Oh,
letter
okay.
jacket's kind of the same.
Okay.
same.
one of the things that happened in the book too that we kind of commented on. I don't remember if we commented on it, maybe a little bit in this episode, but like Brian Rusk's mother.
Oh, so that's
the kid.
this may be my last few fun facts,
Okay.
and hopefully this is correct and from the movie versus the book that his mother is the woman that wears the Elvis Presley glasses.
Yeah, so she.
So
Yeah.
there's a 3-hour version of this movie, by the way, which I'm glad
she
we didn't
seemed
watch that.
important.
So
Because
in
like
the-
I was like
in the
you see her in
3-hour
the background in a lot of
in
stuff.
the 3-hour version, she's more prominent.
Okay.
So in the 3-hour version, there's a whole side story with Brian Rusk's mother. We see the whole part of her actually purchasing the glasses, the whole bit with Elvis Presley. Obviously, in the cut version, which is what we watched, we only see her at the end.
Yeah.
We have no idea about the sunglasses, but
Yeah.
she's just there wearing the sunglasses. But in the 3-hour version, she is more
Okay.
prominent. I'm
Okay.
not going to say she's prominent. And apparently, and you can tell if this is wrong, Brian does commit suicide in the book.
Oh, it's real messed up. So his dad.
Trigger warning, sorry.
Oh man, I'm trying to think if this is correct. His dad is the one. No, I don't think his dad has much to do. So I was thinking like maybe his dad was the one that killed the dog and then just feels bad about it the whole rest of the book, and then you don't really see him anymore.
From what I was
think
reading,
that's what-
basically what happened was correct. The difference is that the sheriff didn't stop him.
Yeah.
They added the line in with the sheriff like stopping him because of the implication of a minor killing themselves. They're like,
Yeah.
that's
So-
a little far.
They're like, that's not gonna sell our
So
blockbuster.
his dad is off doing things. His mom is she's obsessed with Elvis. She goes and she's one of the first people to go into Needful Things, and she gets handed a Elvis. What do you call the silk painting or like the velvet painting?
Velvet Elvis.
Yeah, she gets a velvet Elvis, and then is like obsessed with it, and basically in the shop has an orgasm holding it, and he's like, "Ma'am, stop!" And he's like really mean to her in the book, and Gaunt takes it from her and is like, "You need to pull this prank if you want this." She goes and pulls one of the pranks, and it like leads to bigger things. She comes back. And he's like, "Oh, somebody already bought that. It was this woman that you really hate bought your Elvis painting." And she's like, "I want it back now."
Yeah.
And like hates that woman even more. Goes and gets the glasses from him. Anytime she puts them on, she is transported to his room at Graceland and they have sex. She's having sex with Elvis anytime she has
Anytime
those
she
glasses
wants,
on.
yeah.
Becomes so
Giggity.
upset, and she's a very large woman in the book. At one point, Brian is like really worried about things happening and wants to talk to her, and catches her naked almost. She has her robe on and it's like down.
You open up, yeah.
Yeah, and like sees his
Oh, you
mom
mentioned
naked
that.
and is like, "What are you doing?" She goes, "Leave my room now. Why are you in here?" Closes the door. His brother, Sean, is there, but Sean hasn't bought anything from Needful Things. And then it's not a Mickey Mantle
Baseball
card.
card.
It's somebody else.
Probably a Red Sox player, probably, if I know Stephen King.
Yes. Starts with an S. It's a Red Sox player, starts with an S.
Sally, Slammy, Swami,
Yeah,
Samsonite.
Samsonite. That was way off.
Swada Sweeney.
Swada Sweeney.
Swada Sweeney.
Sean goes to look at it and he's like, why is he obsessed with this worthless card? Because everything that people buy from Needful Things aren't actually it's an illusion.
Yeah.
And it's actually like this like modern day card that's worth 50 cents. But he's obsessed with it because he thinks it's this card. Brian realizes that the two women killed each other because of his actions, and then is like so depressed because of Leland Gaunt that he goes to kill himself. And it's a shotgun. He has his toe on the trigger. And he's here and he tells Sean, stay far away from Needful Things. Like, don't go into there. Leland Gaunt is a demon. Don't do this. Kills himself. Sean goes crazy and then passes out. The police show up and they're like, your son killed himself, ma'am. And she's like, I don't care. I have these glasses.
Wow.
Oh my God.
And like, does not care about a single thing happening with Brian.
Can you imagine how good Elvis has to be in bed?
I know, right?
To make her not care about her kid dying.
So, the mom also gets a gun from Leland.
This is everyone.
Yeah. Sean gets taken off in an ambulance to a hospital out of town, and then Alan has to go and talk to Sean and be like, what's going on? Mm-hmm. While that's happening, the whole town starts falling apart.
Okay.
So Alan is not there when the town starts falling apart. And that's when Polly realizes what's happening. And then it's sort of like one of those things where like Norris, another guy who's helping Norris, but he's an older guy, but he's in the middle of having a heart attack, is helping Norris because Norris gets shot by Ace and by Danforth in the stomach and in the shoulder, I think. And so Norris is like, no, he's not getting away with this. And the guy's like, go to a hospital. He goes, not until I kill Ace and Danforth. And so like they get in the car and so everybody's heading toward the middle of town. Danforth, Ace, Norris, this other guy, Seaton is his name. This old man Seaton, who's that old Hell's Angel, but he likes the cops and he's helping out Norris. Polly and then Alan is leaving the hospital and going to town. So like everybody meets and then the last scene takes place where they shoot the light out and everything. But yeah, Brian commits suicide. His brother goes there. His mom is in bed with the Elvis glasses. Another woman who got a prank played on her that is Brian's mom committed it but didn't, shows up to the house, pulls out her Uzi, starts shooting at Brian's mom, who like ducks and goes under the bed, comes back out, shoots and kills that woman, and then that woman, as she's dying, shoots and kills Brian's mom, and like the Elvis glasses are broken in half through the bullet in her head.
Oh my God.
And then she
devastating
realizes
do you have that?
She realizes that the glasses were fake and Leland was fake as she dies, and her life turns to black and into nothing.
I mean, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
She was like, maybe in heaven I'll meet Elvis. Wait, there is no heaven. I just went into nothing and dies. And like,
I mean,
jeez.
Yeah, it's dark.
That's sad.
It's real. That book is real dark, but it's really good. It was really good.
Well, on that note, what do you rate this movie?
I don't know. The book I rate highly. The movie on a scale of...
Pay attention, Patrick.
Something that I need to something that I don't need. Wait, from a scale of needful things to wantful things, I give it a solid... 3 churches exploding.
Okay. Patrick.
I enjoyed myself.
on a
However,
scale.
there was obviously it could have been so much better, so much better.
What's your scale?
That's not a
You gotta have
scale.
A scale on a scale of I want to say I'm trying
There's
to
your improv skills.
yeah
at work.
this is pocket actor right here, totally.
What
no,
a pro.
Yeah, what a
Agent,
pro.
are you listening, by
Yeah,
the way?
sorry. Yeah, you should drop me immediately. No,
I would.
on a scale, I want to say this, on a scale of rotten teeth to
Perfect. The teeth were good.
yeah, on
Good scale,
rotten
good
teeth,
scale already.
on rotten teeth to unclipped fingernails, I give it 3 Von Sydows.
Nice. Von Sydows.
Yeah, 3 Von Sydows.
And on a scale of 6 beef jerky dogs to 3 hatchets in the head, I will give it... Why did I put numbers to the first things I said? I don't know.
No, I like it.
We're going to give it 6. We'll give it 5, not full marks. 5 Lederhosen porcelain figurines.
I like it. Yeah.
I've got one on
Okay.
a scale of Firestarter to The Shawshank Redemption.
So worst to best.
I would rate Needful Things 1408.
14. You know what?
That's respectable. That's
yeah,
respectable.
14. Because that movie is not great, but it's fine.
It's a good adaptation. It's
No.
not the best King adaptation, but it's serviceable. I feel like you got the gist of the story in the movie. Like
agreed.
is-
Agreed.
y'all
And that's
seen
why
the-
I don't hate it.
Have y'all seen the new Firestarter?
No.
Oh,
The
it
one
was,
that
Zac
has
it was
Efron?
terrible.
like a 0% on Rotten
I've never
Tomatoes.
seen it,
And
but
I'm
so intrigued.
a
because-
Zac Efron fan, and I'm obviously a Stephen King fan, and that was terrible. Don't watch it.
Did y'all hear about Zac Efron or something like why his face looks different?
Well, he's
steroids or whatever?
he's playing a wrestler right now.
Yeah.
Something with
Which-
steroids, though?
He's playing a wrestler, like I said. Yeah, he's playing a wrestler. There's talk he was fucking.
Steroids.
Yeah. Well, no, like he had reconstructive surgery on his face because of a accident or something like that. But people are like, I think he just did it because he wanted plastic surgery
Yeah.
or something. I'm like, I don't know, but he looks.
Now he's playing one of the Von Erichs right now. They're doing a
Interesting.
Von Erichs biopic. It's him and the guy from The Bear, Jeremy Allen Wright.
Oh, I love him.
Yeah.
He's great.
Yeah.
Speaking of Zac Efron.
Ooh.
What character is revealed to be the werewolf in the movie Silver Bullet?
I've actually
Jack Nicholson. Isn't that? And oh no, that's in Wolf. Wait, Silver Bullet is that's the Stephen King one. That's the priest.
Yes. Question number 2.
I just watched that not too long ago.
This one's easy.
What's the name of the Stephen King short story that it's based off of? The werewolf and the hound. I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay, sorry.
Nope, we're good. In what movie does the government sanction an annual 12-hour period during which
Purge.
The
all criminal
Purge.
activity is legal?
The Purge.
Wait, the Purge to the Purging.
No.
No, I think that's the plot of Purge 5.
Or the
No,
last
that's,
purge. The Forever Purge.
The
Forever Purge. The Purge. I think that is Donald Trump on trial.
Oh, wait, Keegan, I'll do this one for
Purge.
you.
Are you doing the cube? Are you cubing it?
We'll cube it up.
Yo.
So you do one way,
Then you do the other
do
way.
the other way, but then you
You do too much.
Too much. Oh,
What are you gonna
so
do
much.
with that?
We're gonna force it. Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
And then we're
Do
gonna
it
just
sideways.
we're
This
gonna do a
is- this is
side-
Oh, this is not
disturbing.
going to end well.
No.
Watch out for those fingies. Watch out for those fingies.
Oh my gosh, there's a little
Is
cube.
it cubing it?
Get in there. Get in there.
Oh.
It's mostly in there. Hold on.
I don't know if
I got 'em all.
This is
erotic or tragic.
Got them all.
Yes.
wow.
Tragirotic.
Treasurotic.
Look at that.
It's trod.
Other than the first piece I picked
Trodratic.
up.
There are some
I think I
episodes
studied
that
that in
Yeah,
calculus.
you know a trodratic equation. Yeah.
some episodes stay in this wide shot the whole time, and the only time I go to a narrow shot is for that card. The card.
that's
the
cool.
It's become very
Trodratic.
sexual.
Yeah,
it's highly
Oh, it's
sexual.
become very sexual.
Yeah, it used to not be sexual at all.
I like it the more sexual it gets.
Yeah.
I liked it the whole time, but I
I
especially
started
like it the more
incorporating
sexual
John
it gets.
Williams themes to it.
Yeah.
But then
Can
the
I-
last beat of it would be like da ba da ba.
Yeah. Can I give you a note? Can I give you a note? You should make more eye contact while you do it.
It's constant eye contact with our guest anytime you do it. We'll remember that for next week.
Can we cut the cameras, please?
No, camera stay on
I'm
for
just
the
making
Patreon.
eye contact.
I know. I'm making eye contact. It's great.
This is Patreon content right here. You got to pay for this.
How's it going?
It's going great, man. How are
Do you like
doing?
this eye contact?
I really do. Yeah.
Do you feel the energy now?
I feel the energy.
I feel
it.
something.
I feel. This is the coffee I needed right here.
I need coffee.
You know we should make some coffee.
Let's go make some
I'm not
coffee.
making coffee for anybody right now. I am uncomfortable.
I'll make my own coffee. So we can do our Why'd you break eye contact?
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. Sorry.
So we can do our bronemas.
Our Bronema.
Bronemas. Not the
Stay
Bronema.
tuned next episode to see if we do bronemas.
Yeah.
The next episode of
Keegan and
Whoa,
Carlos.
you broke eye contact.
Keegan and Carlos' Scary Movie Podcast.
You have beautiful eyes.
Oh, you have beautiful eyes. Keegan and Carlos' Scary Movie Podcast.
You have beautiful eyes.
Oh, you have beautiful eyes.